welcome to Chicagoland, site of tonight's Frisbie Racing Truck Series race. We have qualifying underway. Drivers out on their warm-up laps. No one started theirs official timed lap yet. See the 97 Lucas Hoysa, four-time champion of the series, rolling out on track. There's the 60 of Scott Rankin making his debut tonight in the Truck Series. 84 Chris Wold also making his debut tonight. Probably the last night you'll see very many debuts as we go into the playoffs and lock the rosters. Gatlin Downey puts the first time in the double-click Chevrolet. Currently has the top spot. Matt Benke in the Victoria's Secret Truck goes second. Hayden Lowell third. These are all the opening laps. Quinn Newton top of the board in his 712 rake Chevy. Got the golden chrome going on.
Great, motherfucker!
Lux getting us with the hydrate. Appreciate you. Gatlin Downey second lap top of the board. Quinn Newton drops to second. So we'll see if Quinn gets back up there on lap number 2. Hayden Lowell goes quickest in the 56 Napa truck. Quinn across the line. He does not go back up to the top. Scott Rankin in the 60. Logitech Wannagoons forward to the top of the charts. There's Hayden's 56 Napa truck. Jake Lawrence currently 5th quick. Ian Montrose now 4th and now 5th as Zach Martison goes up to P3 in the 1010s machine. Chris Wold sits now 5th. Andrew Beach, the birthday boy, in 9th spot. Lucas Hoisman goes to 2nd. Wolfenbarger to 3rd. Pretty sizable turnout tonight. Dave Hoitzman goes 11th. Brantley Bryant 13th on his first lap. He's got one more to go. His 52 Toyota. Hits the timing line. What do we got? Moves up to 11th with a 30.56. Jeff Price first lap 30.7. Woo, coughing to death. Sorry about that. Currently sits in the 15th spot. See if he's able to pick up on lap 2. Blake Giglio also out on track. Currently 16th in his Kenworth. Brad Wilson out on track as well. Price to the line. Stillwell clocks in 14th. Price jumps up to 11th. Blake in the Kenworth. To the line. 30.5 puts him 13th. Check in on Brad Wilson. He's still running the throwback. Brad Kozlowski Racing. Across the stripe for his second lap, a 30.29, top of the charts goes Brad Wilson. Nobody else is even in the 40.3s, and he puts down a 30.2. That is hauling the mail by a 1/10 of a second on the field. Mike Edwards got his breast cancer awareness truck out. Of course, he puts a lot of naughty Teletubbies on the back. Why wouldn't he? Edwards goes to 7th, one of his favorite tracks. Jay Munch sitting on pit lane, as is Daniel O'Wallen, so I guess their qualifying efforts went awry. You have 29 trucks here, the last 4 not putting a lap in, so all we have on track is the Andrew Beach, the birthday boy, doing extra laps. Final 14 seconds to tick off the clock, and Brad Wilson will be your pole sitter. Let's see if he's hanging out down in the chat. Don't see the shine guys here, so we can't talk to our pole sitter. And that is the end of qualifying. Well. Sorry about not having your pole sitter to chat with, but you know, I can't make him be in the Discord. Sure. Let's see who we can talk to. We'll pull in probably Andrew Beach. Just because we can. Andrew! Hi, Andrew.
Hello?
How are you? Oh my gosh, apparently my push talk doesn't work when I'm looking at the timing screen. How are you?
Oh, I'm wonderful.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
We don't have our pole sitter here, so I just pulled you in to have a chat.
Oh, lovely, lovely. Well, it should be a good night tonight. We're here at Chicagoland, going into the dark. We know we love races that go into the night.
At night. Well, we got that 71 side pipes truck starting 12th tonight out of 29 trucks. So you're in the top half of the field. What's the goal tonight?
I think we're locked into the playoffs based on points here, so might take a risk and see if we can squeak out a win. It's been a good season here in the trucks. It's really been the only one that I've had a whole lot of luck in. I got to thank Trenton for that. He's helped with spotting and coaching me through saving tires and everything. So see if we can get a win for my spotter there.
Yeah, win for your spotter. It's your birthday. Get a win for you.
I like giving other people.
That sounds hot. All right, enjoy the race, and we'll see if we get to talk to you a little later. Good luck.
All right, buddy. Thank you very much.
Andrew Beach, get an interview on his birthday, because why not? Poor William can't get the Twitch to work tonight. Rough. Well, we're going to run through our starting lineup presented by, well, no one really. Randy Lee, the best drummer in the world. How about that? Brad Wilson is your pole sitter in the 51. Starting second will be Scott Rankin in the number 61 in Goons Ford. Starting third will be Lucas Weissman in the 712 Brakes Ford F-150. Starting fourth will be Garrett Wolfenbarger in the 32 Chevrolet. Hayden Lowell in the Napa Chevy starts in the 5th spot. Zach Martinson 1010 Chevy in 6th. Then you have Mike Edwards in the Breast Cancer Awareness Toyota starting in the 7th spot. Quinn Newton, 712 Brake Chevy in 8th. Chris Wold, the Boise State Chevrolet, starts in the 9th spot. Ian Montrose, Homelander, the Boys Amazon Prime Chevrolet, starts in the 10th spot. Cody Brown in the Square D Toyota starts in the 11th spot. Andrew Beach, the Birthday Boy, starts in 12th. Jeff Price, Back Channel Productions Chevrolet, starts 13th. Brantley Bryant in the Shenandoah Shine Toyota in 14th. Blake Giglio, the Kenworth, starts in 15th. Dave Hoytsman, the 712 Brake Chevy, rolls off in 16th. Gatlin Downey, Double Quick Chevrolet 17th. Tyler Stillwell in his number 40 Ford rolls off 18th. Cliff Mullins, AC Racing Graphics Chevy 19th. Jake Lawrence, the Hawk-Tua Toyota in 20th. TJ Floyd in his original grain, it's a Chevrolet, rolls off 21st. Sorry, I was reading something. Matt Benke in the Victoria's Secret Chevy starts 22nd. Dalton Hayes in his Chevrolet starts in 23rd. Jay Munch in the Taz Chevy in 24th. Daniel Llewellyn, 712 Brake Chevy, starts 25th. Mike Fisher, the AOL Toyota, back in 26th. Kind of surprising to see him back there, but I don't think he took a qualifying time. Carson Bechtel also back there, the Wannagoon Chevrolet, 27th. J.R. Deal showing 29th. I don't see Grant Harrell on track. 22 truck, nowhere to be found. A little surprising. So 28 trucks set to do battle here. And finally get to see your pole sitter. Pace truck heads off the track, and Brad Wilson will get us started. 2 Fords on the front row. And this is the last race to make the playoffs. Don't have any playoff graphics, so we'll have to try and keep you as up to date as possible, and we'll do points right at the end of the race. Lucas Hoytsma, a big wiggle in the 97, got way out of shape. Don't think he's the only one. Looks like Cody Brown in the 17 also got really loose at the very bottom of the track. So these trucks on new tires. We're going 3 wide on lap 1 back here in the back. J.R. Deal, Matt Benke, and Jake Lawrence. Up front, Brad Wilson picking up a lap lead, getting a bonus point. Scott Rankin battling Garrett Wolfenbarger. Lucas Hoytsma, I think, just brushed the wall. You have Hayden there and Mike Edwards. One of Edwards' best tracks. Notoriously fast at this one. It's up into the top 5 in the 14. Check out the action a little farther back. This is Jeff Price, Ian Montrose, Gatlin Downey, and just behind them, Blake Giglio. And the tail end of the top 5. Mike Edwards goes around Lucas Hoytsma. Gets up into the 4th spot. Hoytsma now has Margison to his outside and Quinn Newton to the outside of the 56 of Hayden Lull. Chris Wold, truck rookie, up there in the 9th spot. And blue and orange Boise State 84. Brantley Bryant closing out your top 10 currently. I wonder if Hoytsma's trying to save a bit here. He's kind of going backwards and hugging that inside line. It's a trademark look at a driver trying to save some tire. Margison into the back bumper of his teammate, Mike Edwards. It's both of them up the track and out of shape. Quinn Newton looked to the inside briefly, but did not go for the opening. Hayden Knowles jumped to the outside of Lucas Hoytsma. Here comes Brantley Bryant charging into the picture in that purple Toyota. Well, Scott Rankin has gotten around Brad Wilson for the race lead while we were watching all that chaos. Looks like Brad Wilson wants to save a little bit. Let Scott Rankin go out there and take the lead. Now Hayden closing in on Margison. See what the drivers are chatting about. Cliff, apparently. Ugh. Keep having to mute because I am coughing up lungs over here. We're giving it our best tonight. Edwards to the outside of Wolfenbarger. Kind of take over the third spot. I don't know what it is about this track. It just really suits Edwards' driving style. He's always competitive here in the truck. Completes the pass on Wolfenbarger, now to the outside of Wilson. Edwards second that lap. They're about a second behind race leader Scott Rankin. Edwards trying to power around the outside of Brad Wilson and gets it done. Not a lot of people have passed Brad Wilson on the outside this year unless Wilson was saving. Pretty powerful move there from the 14. Rankin's gap is 1.04. 60 truck putting in the work early. He was trying to get a gap back to Edwards of over a second so he couldn't draft, but I think Mikey's just right on that edge trying to get into his draft. Brad Wilson runs third, Margison in fourth, and 32 of Wolfenbarger in fifth. Hayden Lowell sixth, Quinn Newton seventh. Brantley Bryant runs eighth, Lucas Hoytsma ninth, Tyler Stillwell in 10th, and Gatlin Downey and Chris Wold. Bit of a gap back to the Kenworth of Blake Giglio. Jeff Price 14th, Dave Hoytsma 15th, Dalton Hayes 16th, TJ Floyd 17th, Carson Bechtel there in 18th, Andrew Beach 19th, and Mike Fisher not made a lot of ground up. He's currently running 20th. Ian Montrose 21st, Daniel Llewellyn 22nd, Jay Munch 23rd. A lot of action back here. Jake Lawrence, Cody Brown, Cliff Mullins, Matt Benke, and J.R. Deal. That is all the way back to 28th. We're checking all that out. Hayden got to the inside of Brad Wilson. Garrett Wolfenbarger's gone around Wilson. Hayden trying to get the same move complete. Couple of blue trucks battling it out. Still side by side for that fourth spot. See the driver wanting to give in here. You know, I'm a little proud of Hayden's growth. He could be an a-hole sometimes, but Hayden usually would be right up against that 51 entering the corner, and he's actually giving plenty of room. That is a change in Hayden's driving style, and it's good to see. Report from Kenny Frisbie telling us that the Shine guys are saving hard right now, and that's why people are going on around them. Problem for Wilson is saving hard to do once you're pushed up off the bottom line. He probably needs to clear Hayden like that and then stay on the bottom. Now he's going to make his teammate go back to the top. Looks like Wolfenbarger did not want to contest that for very long, although started to look back to the inside. They want to save. They need to keep both trucks glued to the bottom. Edwards still over a second behind race leader Scott Rankin. Has not been able to get into his draft, but he has pulled away from Brad Wilson. As we got that report that Shenandoah Shine trucks are indeed saving. Looks like these three seem to content to ride nose to tail for now. Wolfenbarger, Marchison, Newton. Back here we got Bechtel and Mike Fisher battling. A couple of high iRating guys started out towards the back. Working their way up to TJ Floyd's tailgate. Bechtel trying to go the high line around, take over 16th. Edwards starting to fade. I saw him pushing through the field early.
I think I broke my steering.
Or broke his steering somehow.
What'd you do?
He killed the wall, exit 2, like a lap and a half ago.
There you go. 14 Edwards pounded the wall and has upset the suspension on that truck. Seems to have plenty of speed in the draft. But it might handle a little differently the rest of the night unless he can get that fixed on pit road. These trucks don't have a fast repair. Hoytsma around Brantley Bryant. Saw Lucas saving early in the run. Been green since the start, 18 laps in. If Hoytsma working around Tyler Stillwell. Giglio, always a tire saver. He's working on Chris Wold for the 11th spot. Up ahead of them, Gatlin Downey.
Sorry, Jake, I was getting a little loose, so I started special.
Jake Lawrence is spinning in the backstretch. See what happened to Jake here. Ian Montrose in the 1. Jake hits the outside wall. I don't know what Ian was apologizing for. And Jake spins it out in the grass, but does not get close enough to the track when J-Munch goes by, and we stay green. Still even on the lead lap. 17 seconds behind the leader. Makes him just over a half lap down now. Scott Rankin still your leader, but Hayden Lull is closing in. Lap 21. If I remember correctly, the fuel run is going to be about 36 to 40 in that range? Question mark. Kenny, if you can get me a report on that, about how big a fuel tank is. It's Newton, Hoytsma, and Bryant. 6th, 7th, and 8th. Margison right there in the group as well. Absolutely no clue. I don't know if you were in a chat with him. Gotcha, Kenny. Quinn Newton, big time loose out of turn number 2, but Bryant not able to take advantage, stays on his tailgate. Wilson all the way up the hill, may have even brushed the wall. Going into turn 3. Cost him a little ground to Wolfenbarger. Wolfenbarger 1.4 back of Hayden, as Hayden has caught our early rabbit, Scott Rankin. Scott pushed hard on his early laps here. Now he's going to start paying the price as the tires start to fall away in a hurry.
I get you're faster. You don't got to clear yourself. Yeah, man, come on.
Come on, Newton, unhappy about something. Let's see. I don't know. Battle still on for the lead. Hayden all the way to the bottom in 3 and 4. And slide it up out of turn number 4. Take over the race lead in his Napa
Please don't
Chevy.
take my wallet, Lucas. Give your little money.
Brantley Bryant. See, he's loose in that Toyota. Oh, he's going to get the wall. Brantley Bryant gets the wall. Lucas Hoyt's will split Margison and Bryant. My goodness. Very intense action for lap 25 of 120.
What's that, Flip?
Yeah, we get a caution. What happened to Mike Fish?
Why'd you keep your foot in it, dude?
Ian Montrose unhappy. Mike Fisher catches the outside wall. Then loses it. A bit odd. See a 6K iRacing driver do that. Catches the outside wall, tries to keep it, and loses it right in front of Andrew Beach. Beach does a great job missing him. My gosh. Let's go on board with the 71 real quick and watch how that felt. See the 21 just ahead. The AOL machine gets the outside wall coming out of turn number 2, goes down to the inside, and thought it'd be over, but then he starts coming back up the track.
What the hell was that?
Wow.
It was the pit cone.
Yeah.
He was there, and then he wasn't, and then I don't, what the hell?
What are we even talking about?
I think I shit myself a little bit.
I don't know what we're talking about. Jeff Price missed his pit box, saw that. Let's see what Hayden saw on pit entry that got him all 12 octaves higher here.
Hey, Becky, how about not driving through the freaking pit stalls, or half of the pit stalls?
Oh, wow, okay, there was a truck there, and then it wasn't.
I'm sorry, I was looking for my box. There was everybody, and it's hard to see my pit stop.
So it appears the 21 is heading back to the pit lane. Slams on brakes heading into the pits for some reason.
Wolfie, how you doing, bud?
Sits there for a while. Sits there a while longer. Takes a tow, maybe. Disappears.
Pretty good. How about you?
Then he reappears. And then he disappears again. So that's why Hayden was shitting himself. Alrighty then. Pit report. Everybody took 4 tires and fuel.
I'm a Tuesday outside.
All the way from leader to 25th J Munch.
Aww.
J Munch had a little damage to fix, it seems. 34-second stop. Daniel Lawal in a full minute in the box, along with Matt Benke. So apparently they got the outside wall, the right sides of their trucks, and I have no idea what was going on with the 21. All of this entire caution has been weird. How did Brad jump Hayden? Well, Brad had a 36.8 second stop on, or stay in the pit lane, compared to Hayden's not that fast. Just they keep jumbling around. Hayden spent an entire 1.1 extra seconds on the pit lane. 1/10 of that was in the box, so a full second made up just on the pit lane by Brad Wilson. And that is how he is ahead of Hayden. Let's go back and watch him roll the pit lane and see what we can see.
Come on, put it.
Jump, 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 jump.
Cheers, everybody.
So that's how far back he was
Shut the fuck up.
into the box. Oh my god.
Put your fucking foot in it. Let's go. You old fucker.
Oh wow.
Cheers, everybody.
We got anger. So in the box is not where the time was made up. It was rolling pit lane. And I guess because he had that #1 qualifier pit stall, it was easier to get to the line.
I'm gonna need a black flag clear.
So by Hayden having to slow fully down and then speed fully
For
back
what?
up, we get a green flag right as we
That
jump
was
back.
4 from me past Hayden.
Wrecking.
Oh man, someone's in the wall. Couldn't tell who that was.
Basically, we
Was
had
it
too
60?
good of a start on the outside.
Scott Rankin?
I mean, yeah, by rule he gets the black clear. So
I don't worry, Hayden will catch us like in 5 laps anyway.
Oh, Scott Rankin in the 60. Out of shape and into the wall. Did someone clear his black or do they need me to do it?
Thank you.
Cody is in this session. He should be able to.
I'd
So we
be
had our
less worried about me and more worried about that kid in the 97 back there.
kid trying to piss him off.
I say kid like you can't drink, but
That's what I mean. You trying to piss him off?
that kid, yeah, watch out for that one too.
Speaking of that kid, he didn't have his wheel tightened down that entire first stint, so that could have been good.
Apparently Blake Giglio did not have his wheel tightened down that first stint. Alright, so your leader, Wilson. Wolfenbarger second, Lowell in third. And Hoytsman, Edwards. Edwards burned the tires off that first run and went backwards quick. We'll see if he burns them up again here. It's already gone the outside around Lucas Hoytsman, so I believe he's on a mission. Scott Rankin, after his half spin and wall slap, rides in 16th. Jeff Price about to try and take that from him. Rankin heading the wrong direction.
Right on 4.
Oh, that is Hayden Lowell in that one. And then you get our second caution.
The contact model is so fucking broken.
You say the contact model is broken?
I mean, most things in iRacing aren't as accurate as real life, but they claim to be the most realistic sim.
They are more realistic than all other NASCAR driving things. Netcode!
Only got what 14 by.
Right after I had praised Hayden for giving people plenty of room, he goes and tries to run right on Mike Edwards, and every single time someone tries to do that,
That code in a dumbass contact model as that came up the track. I'm
it
sorry.
goes piss poor. Oh, we got
Get
trucks.
up passing or yellow is not going to get clear. Oh, here it is. Never mind. I still got one.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a suit.
Does that mean Hayden was supposed to pass him also? I should have just gone in when I pitted yesterday and just gotten it cleared like everybody else does, instead of dropping to 30th. Brad Wilson, fuel only. Wolfenbarger, same story. I'm sure we'll see a lot of that here. Drivers just took tires recently. So far, the entire top 15 fuel only. All the way back through the top 21 fuel only. Matt Benke. Lucas, a 27-second stay in there. Maybe Lucas had some damage to fix. I don't know. I don't know where he got that from. Let's ask him. Lucas, TG, got
I'm
copy.
gonna need a black clear for
Yep.
passing the yellow.
What was the extended stay on pit road all about?
I got clipped by Hayden when he was wrecking, so
Oh,
30 seconds of damage. It was not too bad.
we did not see you get clips. That's good to know. Well, good luck on your rebound here. I know
What
you're
did you say, Brandon?
a long race to go. You still got 3/4 of this thing going, so you should have plenty of time to get back up there.
Oh yeah, I'm not worried about it. Should be fun.
10-4, enjoy your race.
Thank you.
There you go. Lucas actually got a piece of that wreck. We didn't see it. So he got clipped by Hayden. Small bit of optionals to fix. So he went ahead and fixed that up. Tyler Stillwell, 41-second stop. He had damage to work on. Daniel Llewellyn as well. I saw Scott Rankin get into the wall. He had to 58 seconds of repair. Mike Edwards, a lot of damage on the right front of that 14. No fast repairs, remember, in this series, so he has to fix as much as he can. Hope the crew can tape a fender back on. While we got a minute, I'm going to try and check out our point situation. We're just going to throw a browser in your face for a sec. I'm going to drag it over here. Oh my gosh. Put it right back over there. So that is points for Xfinity Series. We need to go to trucks and see what up. See what our flashbang. Too much damage from Mikey, he says. Current standings in the truck says Edward was just below the cut line coming in, so this is disappointing for him. Tough way to go out on that. Blake Giglio, by starting this race, will have enough starts for his win to count, so it's going to be the top 11 in points plus Blake. Right now that cut line was Margison in, Benke out, and it's about a 7-point differential. Tight from Dave Hoytsma in 9th, Gatlin Downey 10th, Zach Margison 11th. They were all in to start the race, but only just. On the outside looking in and could make it in on points, Matt Benke, Jay Munch, and Mike Edwards. Mike could have probably needed a win here, though. It was about 40 points out, about 31. Doing the math in my head as we look at it. So the rest of the race, need to keep an eye on Jay Munch, Matt Benke, Zach Margison, Gatlin Downey, Dave Hoytsma. Those drivers, the main ones in contention for the last 3 playoff spots. 5 drivers for 3 spots, it would seem. If we're doing some simple math, there's some other convoluted ways that could put some other drivers eligible, but those are the ones to keep an eye on tonight. Sorry, I don't have a graphic for you, but things have been a little hectic. Pace truck's about to head on off, and we will get us going once again here from Chicagoland. Can't say Charlotte and Chicagoland at the same time. Doesn't work. Green flags in the air. Barney gets us going. We got Shenandoah Shine 1, 2, 3. Wilson Bryant, Wolfenbarger, then Blake Giglio, Zach Margison, Carson Bechtel, Quinn Newton, Ian Montrose, Dalton Hayes, and Gatlin Downey. Everybody came down and topped off the tank. Some drivers came back down and topped off the tank. Those would be Cliff Mullins, Daniel Awal, and Tyler Stillwell. Came down a second time. Top several trucks get single file quickly. Ian Montrose, Quinn Newton for 7th. And Dalton Hayes, Gatlin Downey behind them. Margison takes a peek to the outside of Giglio. We go 3 wide, and Dalton Hayes is going to spin into the grass. Might catch up to the 47. So he's jumping down the lineup, man. A caution waves. It's a bit surprising that we got a caution there. He's way off the racing surface. I wonder why that triggered a yellow. Well, I'm sure we'll see some drivers top off here. We'll see how many. Dalton Hayes trying to go 3 wide there. We can go back and look at that incident now that we see that that's what triggered it. It's on the inside of 3 wide. Gatlin Downey, Quinn Newton to his outside. Oh, Gatlin Downey was leaving extra room. Dalton Hayes wasn't expecting it, and Dalton pays the price through the grass. Didn't get too much damage on that right front, so he should be fine. Just a lot of track position loss, but still first half of the race should be plenty good to go. All right, who's going to come down and fill up the tank again? We're at the other end of the pit lane. Let's try this end. Be a surprise as they roll by. Sure, several of the top trucks with track position will stay out. We get TJ Floyd, Jay Munch, Lucas Heisman, Matt Benke, Cliff Mullins, Daniel Wallen, 60 of Scott Rankin, 47 of Dalton Hayes. All those trucks hit the pit lane towards the back of the field. Top 17 stay on the track. Well, all right. I was trying to find Brad Wilson in several different Discords. Didn't see him. So hopping around hoping we could check him down and have a chat. I don't see any of our shiners anywhere. Let's go grab Blake. See how his night's going. Blake, DG, you got a copy?
Oh, what's going on?
Not a whole lot. Can't find the shiners in the Discord nowhere, so I figured I'd come talk to you.
Yeah, they're talking about my car and about the camera. Hold on a second.
What sets it off by a tiny
What are they talking about, DG? They're saying something wrong in the
Craig is
bumper.
last wound is right.
I don't know. I had him muted, so I don't know what's going on.
Well, hold on, let me tell him something real quick. Don't worry. Oh, I can't tell him. I was gonna tell him, don't worry about it. We got 18 speeds under the hood, or in the transmission, son. So we're gonna bring this thing up front and bring a party. Maybe.
What kind of party? Truck and lap party?
Up against the wall kind of party, if you know what I'm saying.
Yikes. Alright, I don't know if I'm legally allowed to hear that.
No, you are. I'm 18.
It's still just, it's all kinds of icky.
I don't like that.
But it is Beach's birthday, so maybe he'd like it.
He probably would like it. I'll have to ask. Bring him in your next interview and ask him if he'd like to be in a party with Blake up against the wall.
I'm just going to bring him in right now.
Yeah, ask him.
Hey Beach, happy birthday. Blake has a question.
Okay.
Would you like to be in my party up against the wall here in a little while?
Up against the wall.
Uh-huh.
I'd like you to not wreck me and put me in the wall.
No, I ain't talking about wrecking you, son. Talking about it's a Kenworth party up there. You know what I'm saying? Alright, what shenanigans going on in front of me here? They're like wrecking each other.
Yeah,
All of them?
it's the shiners.
Oh, they're actually hitting each other. Oh.
Yeah, they're beefing.
What's wrong with your paint
I mean,
scheme
that's a
that they're bitching
protest.
about?
Yes, man.
Yeah,
What's wrong with your paint scheme, Blake?
I don't know. What are they saying?
They're just saying that something's wrong.
Well, I mean, I found it online. That's why I'm nervous. I don't know what's wrong. I really hope it's not anything bad.
I mean,
Just
that's...
imagine we've not looked at the paint scheme and now we realize that we have to remove Blake heading into the playoffs.
Oh, no. Removed, banned from SRL like Neo.
Well, it wouldn't be your third time, so it wouldn't be a permaban yet.
Oh,
It would be your first one, wouldn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, it'd be your first one since this rule came into play. So like I could get away with it once too.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Alright, before we all get canceled, I'm gonna try not to wreck this thing.
Alright, have fun!
Good luck, everybody.
Bye!
Everybody back in their channels. Oh, we're having fun on Beach's birthday. Why not, right? Gotta have fun in life. Shenandoah Shine guys were having fun under caution, taking swipes at one another's front fenders. That was quite entertaining. There's nothing on it, Kenny. I'm looking at it from here. It looks fine. It's just Pilot J and Kenworth. It's a little odd that the whites don't match, but that's a painter's thing, not so much a something's wrong with it thing. There goes the pace truck. We're going to get our restart here on lap 43. It's 32. Wolfenberger shoves Wilson out to the lead, and the Shine teammates go 1, 2, 3. Then it is Giglio, Margison, Bechtel, Montrose, Newton, Downey, and Price, your top 10. The whole top 10 went single file in a blink of an eye. Ian trying to be the odd guy out, looking inside Bechtel. Bechtel shuts that door. Quinn Newton going to go to the outside of Montrose as Margison tags the wall. That allows Bechtel to the inside. Newton's thinking about going to the outside. I don't know if I do that after watching Margison hit the wall. Bechtel very narrowly across the nose of Margison. Not a lot of room there. Now he's going to do it to Quinn. Oh my gosh, Bechtel. I don't know if he even knows Quinn was there. That was dangerously close to a wreck. See Bechtel loose down there going to the inside of 3 and 4. Allows Newton to get the momentum around the outside. Margison trying to rebound after tagging the wall. These guys not saving a lot here. Three wide back here. Hoyts was right there in it. Oh, Cody Brown gets Dalton Hayes in the quarter panel. Dalton hangs onto it. It's actually really good driving by Hayes not to crash after that contact. Cody Brown's falling back to 23rd. Got Cliff Mullins on the outside. Cliff wants to get away from that 17 a little bit. And you have Scott Rankin back there, the 60. Been doing damage repair about every stop. I think he's finally got it fixed up as much as they're going to fix it. See how much speed he has left in that number 60. He was our pole sitter tonight. Up front, Shenandoah Shine still 1, 2, 3. Newton's made his way up to 4th. And then Margison and Giglio. And Blake's back into save mode here. Gatlin Downey to his outside. Carson Bechtel looking to his inside. And Jake Lawrence, the 68 Toyota, pushing Gatlin Downey around Blake Giglio. Blake clearly in save mode. Jake clearly not in save mode as he pushes Gatlin into the corner, then ducks inside of him. Didn't quite have the momentum. Montrose and Wold battling for the last spot in the top 10. Behind them you have Jeff Price, J.R. Deal, Dave Hoytsma. It's like we have lost Mike Edwards, Hayden Lull, and Mike Fisher from the race. 25 trucks still running, all in the lead lap currently. Beta making me think of Screaming Goats from Thor Love and Thunder. Thanks, bud. Downey and Margison battle for 5th. Downey clearly in attack mode. Draws right up to the back bumper of Quinn Newton. Some drivers trying to find that delicate balance of speed and saving. Some drivers not caring all about saving, going very hard on the outside line. As you see Gatlin Downey and Jake Lawrence driving around the outside of these guys that were in the top 5. Moves Downey up to 4th as he goes by Newton. Comes Carson Bechtel into 59. Downey is starting to catch Brantley Bryant. The Shine guys are also in save mode. So all these trucks are on the same strategy. First truck on a different strategy is going to be Lucas Hoytsman, 15th. He battles Jeff Price for 14th. Catches up to his dad. Oh, contact. Gatlin Downey, Brantley Bryant. And one of these trucks into the wall there. Take a quick look again. Saw it. There it is. Brantley Bryant tried to go up to the wall, but 05 Gatlin Downey was there. Cleared himself into the wall. This is what you call ungood.
Spotter.
Spotter. So that puts some damage on the 52 and probably the 05. Gatlin Downey, the 05, currently 10th, trying to stay in the playoffs. It's battling Margison, who's right there. Dave Hoytsma just behind these guys, back part of the top 10. He's currently only fallen to 15th now. You got Matt Benke trying to get in the playoffs. He's 19th, and J Munch, he's 13th, so that's where everyone in the points situation is looking. And now we get another caution. Daniel Lawal and Jeff Price, it seems.
What's the point to save tires anymore?
We gotta wait for the pace car.
Jeff Price right in the back of Daniel Llewellyn.
Lucas and Simon
Gets him out of shape and then hits him again.
What?
What the hell was that about? Jeff Price just drove all over Daniel Llewellyn.
At the end, I might just have to wreck you, though.
That's cool with me. You can do that.
Seemed like right there, maybe got him a little mad.
Good job.
And he just drives it right in there. Gets in the back of Llewellyn. Llewellyn saves it. Does a great job. And then Price runs over him again. So, in my mind, that was 100% an intentional destruction of the 23. Interesting. Well, Jeff Price has left the session after that, so I guess he said his piece and moved on. Everybody back on the pit lane again. We'll see if we're getting tire stops, fuel stops. Looks like Lucas overdrove his pit box a little bit there. Getting tires on the 51. Montrose down and away, fuel only. Looks like quite a few trucks.
No
Fuel
way you
only.
didn't take tires.
Lucas Weissman, 2-tire stop. Brad Wilson has damage. So he's getting that fixed.
It wasn't my choice.
Oh, so you're missing back now?
We'll see. Meanwhile, let's call in Daniel Llewellyn. I don't think I want to pull in Jeff Price right now. He's not dipping back now. Daniel, DG, you got a copy? That is a no. Hey Cliff, DG, got a copy?
Yeah.
Well, I know you're in a voice channel with Jeff Price, and I don't think it's smart to pull Jeff Price right now, so I figured I'd pull you and see what transpired between him and the 23.
Hell, I don't know. I was back here in the back trying not to get wrecked by the 49.
I mean, that's fair, but I thought maybe you had heard something on the radio from the 19, because it looked like he very clearly got mad at Daniel and took him out on purpose.
Oh, well, I don't know. Maybe he did. Oh, shit, I don't know. I wasn't up there.
I was just saying, you're in the voice channel with him. I was saying if anything was said.
No, he didn't say nothing.
Sample.
10-4.
See if Daniel's back. Daniel! Daniel. I see you on track, Daniel. Yes, Gatlin. Daniel does not want to talk apparently.
To the bump.
Montrose stays out here. I don't know if he's going for points or what. And he is swinging for the fences. Giving away halfway points at the end of lap 60 as usual. Telling me us Teletubbies on the back of the 16, that would be hilarious, Avid. That would be so hilarious. Probably a good idea that Daniel takes a minute. Well, that is true. Daniel can be a bit unfiltered sometimes. I'm just wondering if what we saw was it, or if there was something else on another run that we didn't see, because that was a strange time for that. Montrose hanging out. He is in chance 2. If this works out, we'll interview him. No tires on the 1. It was a 2-tire stop for the 97, but then he came back down, topped off the tank, and maybe took the other 2 tires because his next stop was 7.8. So I think Lucas came back down, took the other 2 tires, so that was a bad idea. And that'll leave Montrose, the only truck on older tires here. He's got to try to make it with the lead, or at least decent top 10 positioning for about 2 laps. They're going to eat him alive through the corner. Oh no. That sounded like a caution, and it is. And that's going to work out for Montrose for the points. What is going on tonight? These guys are usually not this crashy. This is extra crashy. Blake Giglio inside TJ Floyd, and Floyd on the back bumper of Cody Brown gets him in the right rear corner. That turns Cody back up the track, takes out J Munch. J Munch was fighting to get into the playoffs. TJ Floyd and J Munch.
Is there a particular reason why you're trying to go 3-4 wide in turn 1? Stage points, brother. I was in 15th. You're not getting stage points for that thing.
Well, there's a chance I am.
Blake Giglio. Defending his 3 wide entry into the corner. Well, there you go. Jeff Price officially out of the race, 25th now. And we get more pit stops. Seeing Montrose still staying out to get those stage points. He's going to pick up a stage win here. There is the stage end.
To be fair, I didn't touch anybody.
It's going to be Montrose, Margison, Downey, Newton, Wolfenbarger, Wold, Jake Lawrence, Bryant, Beach, and Deal.
You're right. I just had to move half a lane up the track because you wanted to throw it 3 wide in turn 1.
So he's blaming Blake for him.
Had to, and then you would have been wrecked.
He's blaming Blake for running over the truck in front of him.
That you were going to wreck me in turn 1? Is that what I'm hearing?
I think he said he was there, and if he didn't move up,
what I'm saying.
you would have turned into him.
If you didn't leave me a lane down there, we were going to hit each other. And then you probably would have been wrecked.
Alright, Blake, we all know you're superior than everybody, but for fuck's sake, getting wrecked in turn 1 is just stupid. And then it makes me look bad at the same time. So, I mean, it's just whatever, dude.
That's kind of what I was thinking, Kenny. Like, he was there. Is it the smartest thing to throw it 3 wide there? No. Is it a legal move?
Sure to block you to the fucking grass.
Ooh.
Okay. Sounds good.
You block, you pay. We got beef. There goes the 05 to the pit lane. He got his points. He's coming down the second time. That's my thought, Kenny. He didn't make him run over Cody. It's exactly what I was starting to say a minute ago. Blake being on his inside does not cause him to run into the back of the truck in front of him.
So now we got Golden Boy and Mr. Superior.
Mr. Superior. I kind of like that, actually.
I hope I'm not in that category.
No, you just block people all the way to the grass for being an asshole.
You can't forget Mr. Inept Cliff Mullins.
No, Zach, you're in the trash can with the rest of us back here. Cliff, I'm up here. I'm not back there in that trash can. I love Chicagoland.
So does Mike Edwards, but he's out of the race.
Hey man, you forgot to mention that to Cliff, it's the 5-time national Mr. Inept champion.
Just remember, Beach, 2/10 a lap is rookie numbers. It sucks.
Poor Cody.
Love you, Cliff. I want to live up to your record, baby.
Cody, you got run right over.
You gotta pass me at some point.
Hey, Cody, have fun reviewing the video. Maybe we'll help you with this one.
I didn't get it done on that round, that's for sure.
I'm guessing your truck is toast.
Cheers, everybody.
J Munch is out. He was on that playoff bubble.
I heard the bell that time, JR. Good job, there.
So that really just leaves Matt Benke or a first-time winner with enough starts. Could be someone like Quinn Newton, Jake Lawrence, J.R. Deal. All those trucks are outside the top group of points and have enough starts. So if they could steal a win here, it could happen. What? Yup. Poor J Munch. Got knocked out. Knocked out with a silly thing. 30 minutes required for Cody Brown. Ouch. Do you still like no fast repairs, Cody? Montrose gets us going once again. Remember, he is still on those older tires. I thought he might come down at the opportunity with the caution coming out, but he stayed out. We should see the field swallow him up in a lap or two. Garrett Wolfenbarger already to the outside, heading into turn 3. If people don't race like assets, yeah, it doesn't change how they drive. You'd think it might, but it doesn't.
All good, I've seen it in time.
At least for Blake, he's consistent. Like, he always drives like that, so you know to expect it. I don't know why TJ Floyd wasn't expecting it. Oh, it can 100% be done. Just some people forget their patience, I guess. Quinn Newton trying to get a lap lead here. Drives on the outside of Wolfenbarger. He wanted to get a feel for leading. Wolfenbarger probably still in a little bit of save mode. Margerson, Lawrence, Montrose for top 5. Remember, Lawrence could win his way in. JR Deal up in the top 10 as well. He could win his way in. Andrew Beach, his birthday. You just want him to win anything. Cliff Mullins. Dave Hoytsma. Wold makes his way around the Montrose machine, as does Dalton Hayes. Dalton using up those tires while he's got them. Looks like he's in full attack mode. Recovering from that spin on the backstretch. And TJ's Floyd truck about a second off the pace. Matt Benke and Stillwell battle. Gatlin Downey and Blake Giglio. Wilson and Giglio. Beach working his way past Montrose on the older tires. Dalton Hayes did come back down, topped off the tank. So he's got the best fuel of the whole top 5. We were guesstimating about 36 to 40 laps maybe on fuel. Again, purely a guesstimate. Maybe some of you guys that have fallen out the race and hanging out in chat could let us know. Battle up front. Wolfenbarger's decided he wants to go back out to the lead. Side by side down the backstretch they go for the race lead, just ahead of Margerson and Lawrence. Wolfenbarger has the inside. Newton running about a lane off the wall. Report is around 32 on the fuel run. I guess wasn't too far off, just a little over. So you guys were right on a fuel window than that last time when that caution came out. Daniel Llewellyn's fallen out of this lead group. Llewellyn has a couple of Wannagoons trucks with him. Tyler Stillwell, Ian Montrose battle at the back of the pack. Had Wilson Gatlin Downey battle. Jared Deal, Andrew Beach. Starting to look like we're about to get another one of those green flag runs in here. Just getting that feel. Quinn Newton and Margison both just brushed a wall coming out of turn 2. Wolfenbarger's saving his tire by running the low line and then using the draft off the 88 to kind of conserve his truck for the long run here. Would be my guess. Jake Lawrence back into that truck, kicked out as he got down near the apron. Sent him up the hill a little bit, right in front of Chris Wold. Wold looks to the inside, trying to take the 4 spot away. Wold taking the short way around. Lawrence keeping the momentum on the high lane. Over the long run, it's going to be advantage Wold just because of the tire saving. That high line will rip your tires to shreds. Don't want to stay up there too long if you get a long run. Be great for short runs though. JR Deal on the 9. Dave Hoytsma and Lucas Hoytsma going around his outside. Comes Brad Wilson behind him. Looks like Wilson's on flyer. Shot out of a cannon. Look how quickly he caught up the deal. Gatlin Downey into the outside wall on the 05 just ahead of Brantley Bryant. That is not ideal line to enter a corner. Slowed down Downey and Bryant. Let Matt Benke to catch up. All trucks still running on the lead lap. 22 of them. The ones you can't see on your scoreboard are 21st Scott Rankin, 22nd TJ Floyd. Downey working to the inside of JR Deal. Cody's number is correct. We're about 10 laps away from starting to look at pit stops. Did have a caution thrown in, so maybe 11 or 12. Report from Jeff Rice was Llewellyn slammed on brakes, and that's what the second bump was about. Do with that information what you will.
Sorry, my fault.
And Blake Giglio's around on the backstretch.
Alright, I'm just the superior one, I guess. No, real talk, you're good. I already got a win, I'm the clown.
Benke and Blake Giglio coming together off the corner.
Up, or did you get the wall?
I hit the wall, came down. He may have been drifting up as well. Who knows?
Matt does hit the wall. Let's watch it one more time. Off turn number 2, you see Benke bounce off the fence and come down into Blake.
We got the Yankees on anyway.
And that is probably going to be Blake's night. As you see, the suspension is all kinds out of whack. That was illegal. comes the field for more fuel. I don't think they can make it from here. Would take a lot of caution. Or a hell of a lot of saving. That would be 4 tires for just about everybody with that amount of a run, except for Lucas. Lucas looks like a 2-tire stop for the 97 again.
What'd you do there, Wilson?
I just hope.
Avengers!
Assemble. Thanks for the raid, Con.
Seems like you did not get 4 tires.
I done told you that already.
I got a really good picker. I got Guido down there.
Oh, damn. Is he for hire?
Going all right. How was your stream? So Hoytsman 2 tires, Wolfenbarger 4, Newton 4, Stillwell.
I mean,
he's heading back down
match
pit
his
lane.
salary that you're paying him for the CPC Cup Series.
Martison
$3
5th,
million a race.
Chris Wold in 6th, Jake Lawrence 7th, Andrew Beach 8th, Dave Hoytsman 9th, and Cliff Mullins into the top 10. The new Dragon Ball game. I'm glad your stream was great. Thanks for bringing everybody by.
Cut mine too. We just need Guido.
Hell, I can clearly see that being
This
the
is shout out
Golden Boy
Beta.
pays.
He charges a lot after his Piston Cup days. He did what in the Cup?
In the middle of broadcasting this on Twitch and YouTube. Thanks to everybody watching on both platforms. Into the last third of the race, past lap 80. It's been an interesting one for sure. Most of the drivers trying to make the playoffs have been eliminated from the race. So unfortunately that angle has been dried up for the most part. We do still have Matt Benke trying to make it in.
Oh, boy.
Then if there's a win by someone
Let's go! It's out of here!
with 7 or more starts, they could actually get in. Drivers like Mike Edwards, who's been knocked out. Cody Brown, who's been knocked out. Daniel Llewellyn could still get in. Jay Munch just got knocked out. Matt Benke hasn't had a lot of speed tonight. He just got the wall and into Blake Giglio. I don't know how good his truck's going to be. Still got Quinn Newton in play. He could win and get in with enough starts. And Jake Lawrence, 68 truck, is up there in the top 7. He could steal a win here with some strategy maybe. JR Deal, the number 9, currently in 12th. He's about the last truck that could steal a win and get in. So those ones to keep an eye on. Playoffs start in 2 weeks' time. We're off next week. So this is the cutoff race to make our playoffs for season 11. The only one that could point their way in is Matt Benke. He's back there in 21st, a lap down. He just took a lengthy repair on a Victoria's Secret Chevy. Drink, mother. Appreciate you, Beta. Drinking out of my Aaron's Lucky Dog cup. There goes the pace truck down in pit lane. We're getting set for the restart here. Hoytsman Newton timed that jump to perfection. Newton gets ahead of Garrett Wolfenbarger on the restart. He'll jump from 3rd to 2nd, and he's going to look for the lead on Lucas Hoytsman. And Quinn Newton, if he wins this race, it is his 7th start of the season, so he would be in the playoffs with a win. Wolfenbarger charging in there, has his ideas of getting a win and 3 extra playoff points. Hoytsman trying to side draft the heck out of him, slow him down. Doing everything he can to try and help Quinn. Enjoy your lurk, Beta. Appreciate you, my friend. Always appreciate lurks. Lucas Hoitzma, Margison. You have the 47 of Dalton Hayes. Whole top 5 kind of broken away a little bit. Jake Lawrence, Chris Wold, 6th and 7th. Now Hoitzma can't protect Quinn anymore. 32 of Bryant getting on Quinn Newton's quarter panel, trying to drag him back using the air. Dumping air on that big rear spoiler and slowing him down as much as he can. That's why you see every time Newton gets about a half truck on him, 32 tries to get as close as possible, pushing all the air onto that rear spoiler. Side by side across the line. That would have been a cool finish. We still got 32 laps to go. As the 32 tries to take the race lead here. They stay locked side by side. Margison and Lucas Hoitzma side by side for third. A lot of action. That is the 32. Wolfenberger clearing Newton. Newton immediately back to the bottom with the crossover. Starts to put the air back on the 32. I think advantage to Wolfenberger here. He's been pretty strong middle and top. Margison, a big slide in a 55. Saves the race truck, but he's going to have to give up the fight with Lucas for a lap or two. And Jake Lawrence running that top lane, trying to get in there. He could win and make the playoffs. We got a wreck in the background. That looked like J.R. Deal was in it, along with Gatlin Downey. A couple of the trucks right there outside the playoffs looking in. May have been a little desperate. Let's see what happened. That is J.R. Deal and Brad Wilson. J.R. gets the wall coming into corner entry. Then Gatlin Downey tried to check up for it. Scott Rankin didn't see it in time. Rankin runs right in the back of Gatlin Downey and gets all the trucks in front of him into the wall. Here's the punt into Downey, and Downey then gets Deal off the punt. A double kill for Scott Rankin. Deal and Downey, the synchronized turning back around. Deal got a fender flapping off of that thing. They come to the pit lane. See how much damage they can fix on that 9 truck. Margison, Downey, and Hoitzma were above the cut line coming in, so they got to be very careful. Right now, Downey missed his pit box coming in. He's got to get that truck repaired as good as he can and try to get as many points as possible to stay in the playoffs. Doesn't want to allow Matt Benke the opportunity to jump him as Matt Benke gets his lap back. So now he can start passing trucks again. So he's on a lead lap with everyone else. That truck has enough speed in it, doesn't have too much aero damage. That right front looks a little concerning. See the tire sticking out, looks like the suspension maybe towed out a little bit. Probably not handling the best for Matt, but he's still out there trying to make it. 3/4 of the race complete. 30 laps to go. Still a lot of things up in the air despite a lot of our bubble drivers out of the race. This head coming in, looking outside, trying to get in was Matt Benke, J Munch, Mike Edwards, Cody Brown. Munchell, Edwards, and Brown are all out of this one. Daniel Llewellyn has had a bit of a race to forget. He's still in there, but he had quite a points differential coming in, so he probably needed to win. I don't see that happening from where his truck stands at this point. Apparently Bryant didn't have enough starts, so he was never in contention. Quinn Newton could win this thing and get in, and right now he's your race leader. And that would knock one driver out of the playoffs between Dave Hoitzma, Gatlin Downey, and Zach Margison. So Quinn Newton, he's kind of spoiling the party for those three. One of those would go home in that scenario. There is the 88 leading this race. Fuel only for Newton, Wolfenbarger, Lawrence, Dalton Hayes, Andrew Beach, Brad Wilson, Lucas Hoitzma. Lucas took 2 tires, the other 2 that he didn't take last stop, I assume. Cliff Mullins, fuel only. Brantley Bryant, Chris Wold, all fuel only. Margison, 7.3 second stop. That's a little too quick for 2 tires. Brantley Bryant, fuel. Scott Rankin, 4 tires. He brought out that caution. Carson Bechtel, 4 tires. Ian Montrose, 4 tires. Llewellyn bolted on a set. J.R. Deal had to fix a lot of damage. Still has plenty of damage on the 9. Looks like Daniel's coming back down. Shouldn't need to top off the tank. TJ Floyd extended his stop working on damage. Gatlin Downey, minute stay on the pit lane. He had damage to fix still. A tough night for those bubble cars. Quinn Newton, Jake Lawrence, both right now up in the top 5. Could absolutely win and steal a bid for the playoffs. Andrew Beach up in 5th in points. He's pretty solidly in. Casey Graves not even here, but he's solidly in. I just realized I don't think Travis Martin is here. He was 7th coming in. It's not 100% safe. It would take a lot of points to knock him out, but there's an opportunity there for Travis to miss the playoffs. That would be rough. Quinn gets us going again. Wolfenbarger, Dalton Hayes, then Jake Lawrence, Andrew Beach, Brad Wilson. Very interesting top 6 now. 88 fighting for his playoff life. Basically has to win this race. Here, Wolfenbarger just fighting for extra playoff points. He seems pretty solidly on into the playoffs. It's Dalton Hayes, Brad Wilson, already up to the 4th spot. Check in on the tires. Scott Rankin's up to 8th. Carson Bechtel following him through. Newton really pushing the issue. Of course he has to. I just feel like this could go on a long green run and they could burn up his tires fighting this hard. I think he wants to stay out in front and try to control the race as best he can for as long as he can. Wolfenbarger on the outside line. Just about has him clear. Teammate Brad Wilson's up there. Dalton Hayes is trying to get up there, but he's about a lane to the inside. It's going to allow Wilson to get outside of him. Now Wolfenbarger looking for the lead. Cuts back to the inside on Quinn Newton. Forces Quinn to the top. Oh, Dalton Hayes is sideways. 47. Hangs onto it. What a save. Saw Jake Lawrence and Carson Bechtel give him plenty of room, cost him a lot of time. Bechtel's fallen all the way outside the top 10 to 12th. Wolfenbarger and Wilson to the front, teammates side by side. Newton pushing Wilson into the corner. Wolfenbarger's going to clear for the lead. Wilson cuts to the inside, gets a push from Scott Rankin. Scott Rankin wanting to go for the lead here. Don't think he's saving much of anything right now. think he wants to go to the front and then try to save. .21 laps to go. Scott Rankin just about has this move complete, but Wilson hanging on that quarter panel. Trying to slow him down and drag him back, keep him from running away. We saw in the very first run of the night, Rankin just left the field by about over a second for about 20 laps, and then the field ran him back down. Rankin trying to repeat the effort, drives back to the front. Has Wilson, Wolfenbarger, Newton, Beach, and Lucas Hoytsma all right there in the line. Carson Bechtel has gotten to the front of this group. They're 3 wide behind him. Cliff Mullins, and they make door-to-door contact. Mullins gets pushed to the grass. Saves the race truck, but I'm sure he's rather displeased behind the wheel. As he and Lawrence made contact. I believe Scott Rankin just hit the wall in the front stretch. Unforced error out of the 60. It's going to give the lead back to Brad Wilson. And catching Gatlin Downey. That truck heavily damaged. It's only turning about 32-second laps. The leaders are running close to 31 flat. Downey's still in a lead lap, but his truck heavily damaged. He spins it in the grass trying to get out of the way. Appreciate the effort. Might have been a bit overkill. I appreciate the gentlemanly move to get out of the way. Bechtel's run back down this lead group. So he is not saving anything at all. Got the Goons truck up to the 4th spot. Matt Benke also trying to stay out of the way. The 35 Victoria's Secret truck. Quinn Newton almost got into him. That was close. Cliff now battling with Daniel Wallen and TJ Floyd. Wolfenbarger closing in on Bechtel's. Bechtel's gotten around him for the 3rd spot. Have to wonder when the drivers are going to switch off of save mode and go for it here. It's clear Rankin and Bechtel are on full push mode. When did Wolfenbarger and Wilson decide it's time to go? Bechtel to the bottom and try and take second from Wilson. Wilson's going to have it wrapped up on that high lane. Able to hang on to the spot. .15 laps to go. The gap's about 9/10. Almost a full second. 14 laps to go from Chicagoland. Joliet, Illinois. Watching the battle for second between Brad Wilson and Carson Bechtel. Wilson tagging the wall, about lost that race truck. That should be advantage Bechtel. Sweep around for second. Wilson even gets a little crass there going through the front stretch. Now 1.3 second advantage for Scott Rankin out front. As the battle for second was decided. Wilson bouncing it off the fence. He's trying really hard. Felt like they were in save mode, but maybe they were actually trying to push to catch Scott. Judging by how many times he's gotten the wall, I think Wilson might be on full push here. So Rankin, Bechtel, Wilson, Wolfenbarger, then Quinn Newton, your top 5. Newton's in the wall. Lucas Hoitzman gets around, as does Ian Montrose. So Quinn's hopes at a title run slipping through his fingers as the laps wind down and the positions drop for him. Andrew Beach up into the top 10, running 8th for his birthday. Shout out to the birthday boy. Montrose battling Lucas Hoitzman for a spot in the top 5. Thanks to our sponsor tonight, Breast Cancer Awareness. Kenny Frisbie and company putting that out tonight. It is Awareness Week in Sidewinder, so all week long we've been supporting various groups that we support. Trevor Project, Dysautonomia Awareness, now Breast Cancer Awareness, all important things to promote. Appreciate everything they do for our community. Gap up front, 1.4. Scott Rankin actually putting a little more distance on Bechtel. Bechtel is left Wilson and Wolfenbarger. Lucas in the 5th spot with 10 laps to go, now 9. Ian Montrose 6th, Quinn Newton 7th, Andrew Beach 8th, Brantley Bryant 10th, and Dalton Hayes in 10th. Chris Wold in his debut runs 11th. Zach Margison 12th, Jake Lawrence 13th. Jake, another one of those guys that really needed a win tonight to make it to the playoffs. Just doesn't seem to be the night at the moment. Could get a caution, things could change quickly, you never know. Like Lucas battling the 32, trying to take that 4th spot away. These two have brought out cautions late in a race before. They don't always play the nicest. That is a 32 in the wall. Wolfenbarger going to allow Montrose by. Montrose clears him for the 5th spot. Leader working traffic now. And he goes by the Victoria's Secret Matt Benke machine. There's Bechtel about a half second ahead of Wilson. Wilson's closing in. Oh, Wilson sideways. Look at him wheeling that thing. You can see the gloves. Getting that wheel turned every which way, trying not to get into 35 and save his truck from getting sideways. A lot happening at once there for Wilson. Costs him about 4 tenths. Here's your leader. Chris Roll working over Dalton Hayes, trying to get that last spot in the top 10. F1, we would say points on debut, but it doesn't really work here. Everybody gets points, so not that inspiring thing to do. The top 10 on debut is cool. Benke in the fence again, trying to stay out of the way. 20 trucks left running, so everybody on your screen. 8 trucks out of the race. J.R. Deal, Billy Giglio, Cody Brown, Jay Munch, Jeff Price, Mike Edwards, Hayden Lowell, and Mike Fisher. All out of this one. Scott Rankin leads by a second and a half over teammate Carson Bechtel. Then you have Brad Wilson, Shenandoah Shine Truck 3rd. Lucas Hoitzman for Low Drag in 4th. Montrose, C2X and the boys running in 5th. Wolfenbarger Shine Truck 6th, Newton Low Drag Truck 7th, Andrew Beach CTX Truck in 8th, and Brantley Bryant with the Shiners in 9th, and Chris Wold, an independent fella, running 10th. Margison and Llewellyn battle for 12th. Daniel side drafting Margison, trying to pull him back. Laps winding down. Scott Rankin's lead is extending. Now 1.8 seconds. Daniel Wallen clears Margison. Cliff Mullen passes Matt Benke as Benke's on the pit lane. He's hit the outside wall a few too many times. Scott Rankin 2.5 more times around all he has left. Bechtel's starting to get caught by Wilson. Wilson's got Hoytsma coming with him. Also the lap truck of Gatlin Downey to contend with. Downey 2 laps down. Two more times around, and the battle is for second between 3 trucks. Wilson, Bechtel, Hoytsma. Looks to be Scott Rankin's night so far. Bechtel hopefully Wilson and Hoytsma battle really hard for 3rd place, and he can hang on to his 2nd. White flag in the air for these guys. Scott Rankin takes the flag. We watch the battle for 2nd. Bechtel, Hoytsma, Wilson. Hoytsma right onto the back bumper of that Wanagoon Chevrolet. Onto the backstretch they go. Hoytsma's to the inside. How hard will he send it to try and get a 2nd place here? Sends it all the way to the bottom track. He's going to come it up. Where is Bechtel going to go? Bechtel tries to drive it low. Doesn't have the momentum. Rankin is your winner. Hoytsma's going to come across 2nd. Bechtel comes home 3rd. Brad Wilson in the grass gets 4th. Ian Montrose brings it home 5th. Garrett Wolfenbarger 6th. Quinn Newton 7th. Andrew Beach gets the top 10 on his birthday. Brings it home 8th. Brantley Bryant 9th. Chris Wold is 10th. Scott Rankin on debut gets the victory here at Chicagoland. Been a while since we've had a winner on debut. Don't have him in the Discord, so I'm gonna have to go get him out of his Discord. Scott! Making me come all the way over here. Get your interview.
Hell yeah, baby! Hell yeah, baby! Woo!
When you get a win on debut in the Truck Series, how good does that feel?
Hell yeah, man. I love Chicagoland. Great racetrack. Great racetrack. But yeah, no. I thought we were in trouble. I thought we were in big trouble. We had 3 minutes of damage after that run in with the wall early on. Yeah, and then from there, it was all about race management. Carson and I said to Carson, there's going to be cautions here, and they're going to be awkwardly timed. Let's give ourselves a set, and we got them. So, look, I mean, to be perfectly honest, that win actually comes down to a little bit of luck. Running in the back actually got us that win, which is, it's not often that you say that, but yeah, running in the back got us a win tonight.
10-4, you win on your debut, and what do you want to say to the rest of the Gooners? It's like, it's easy, right? You just come out here and win.
Yeah, I mean, you know, eat talent for breakfast, piss it by lunchtime, and make sure you try and run the race in the middle.
10-4. Sound like a good time. You got the Friends Family sponsor shout-outs for your win?
I do, actually. A couple new sponsors just come on board this week, so I want to say to my long-term personal sponsor, Neuropower, big shout-out to those guys. The guy that owns it's actually his birthday today, so this race wins for him. I want to say a big shout-out to Logitech G, new range of True Force wheels and adjustable wheels just came out, and Logitech have been a huge sponsor. They've just given me a bunch of new Logitech hardware and gear to play around with, so big shout-out to those guys as well. To Original Gamer Gear, OG Gear, new pair of gloves are on their way to me. They'll be here on Monday, so I can't wait to send Paul a victory with this truck and the colors on it. And then the team sponsors. Boys, who are the team sponsors? I actually don't know who the Goons team sponsor is.
They're right on your trucks.
PS7 and crap, what's the other one? High Rise Fuel.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Don't forget McConey.
And McConey Setup Shop. Jeff McConey's brilliant, so it's really, really good to have him around.
I was gonna say, do you mean me to just read your truck to you?
Yes, please. Oh, and a big shout out to Kenny Frisbie for getting this livery done. He just got the paint done in time, so big shout out to Kenny.
Yeah, asked him to knock that out for me because I didn't have time. Thanks, Kenny.
Thanks for your effort throughout the week too. I know I haven't run your liveries, DG, but
I wouldn't run them either. They're garbage.
Oh my god, yours is the better of the two Xfinity liveries, I'll tell you that much.
Let's not lie. All right, well, get on out of here. Enjoy your win, and I'm going to go ahead and do the third place interview now since I'm here. We got Carson Bechtel. Yeah, bringing it home in third spot tonight. Why'd you give up that spot to Lucas at the end?
Well, I kind of burnt about both my right side tires off, and I couldn't really go anywhere.
So I was sweating to keep whatever I had under me.
Then forward, we brought it home third. How was it out there? You haven't had too much time in the truck series. How was it tonight?
It was really fun. I was really nervous for a lot of that race. Like, I kept wanting to chill, and then no one behind me wanted to chill. So I was like, well, strategy, thankfully, kind of played into my favor of wanting to chill a bit. Just threw me in the back. I was like, all right, now I can just focus on what I'm doing, and then just playing our cards right. And then I'll be damned, it came down to playing the cards right.
I'll be damned. You would think it was Vegas. Drives a lot like Vegas, really. You got your friends and family sponsor shoutouts for your P3 tonight?
Hell yeah, I got some friends and families I want to shout out to. Wanted Goons, FPS Heaven, High Rise Fuel, Nitro Racing. Not McConey. One of like 2 guys on the whole team that's not McConey.
Damn.
The Vancouver Tribe, because why not? They might watch this race. Battle Designs, if you want to paint, either artsy or simple and stand out. One of those 2, that's my big niche.
One of those 2.
But I think that's about it. Yeah.
All right. Well, congrats on the strong P3 run tonight. Hopefully we'll see you for some more truck races and, you can get you off your lazy butt and get in more races here.
I know.
All right, man.
We'll see.
Take it easy and we'll see you soon. Wait for it. Keep waiting for it. All right, now I'm gone. Now go get our second place finisher, Lucas Weissman, since he's not in that chat. There he is. Lucas, DG, you got copy? He kept moving around. Hello.
I got you.
There he is. Hi. How's it going? He brought it home P2. Had a hell of a fight there with Carson at the end to get that P2. How was it?
Yeah, just pretty up and down race for me. Got that damage to start with, and then I tried 2 tires. That wasn't a good decision. Then I got that caution, so I came in and took the lefts, and that's how I finished the race with the slightly older right sides. But yeah, I mean, I just kind of sat back, watched all those guys do that crazy stuff on that last run, and then I saved tires. I went up to second. So I don't know. If Scott didn't pull the tire strat, the 4-tire strat, I think I would have had it. But that was a gutsy call, and I respect it for sure.
So I thought we had you doing 2 tires rights early and then lefts like, I don't know, a lap or 2 later, and then coming back down and taking 2 tires a 3rd time. Is that not what happened? Because that is what happened. Okay, because that's what my timing was showing, and I'm like, that's kind of wild.
Yeah, I took the 2 tires, didn't gain as many spots as I wanted to, so I just came down and took all 4. Just whatever. I tried it again, and then we went for a little bit. Didn't seem too fast. I was trying to hold everybody up for Quinn too. That was part of the plan.
Yeah, we saw you try to help Quinn get the win there. Didn't quite work out, but it was a good effort.
Yeah, I tried my best, and then I decided to take the other side when everybody was taking fuel, and I only lost a couple spots on that. So, overall, could have been worse.
It was good fun. Good to try. You have to try something or you'll just follow the leader, right?
Absolutely, yeah. Especially Chicagoland and the trucks. It's always a fun race here.
10-4. Well, you got the friends, family, sponsor shoutouts for your P2 finish?
Yep, just big shout out to Quinn, 712 Brakes, Randy Lee, you for broadcasting, Frisbie and Lagoons for sponsoring the series, and I think that's it.
Cool, and thanks Breast Cancer Awareness for putting on the race for us tonight. We appreciate all of that Kenny wanted us to do. Why is Tyler in the waiting room? Should we just bring him in and ask while you're here? Let's let you ask. Go ahead.
Hello, Tyler. Just wanted me to say hi. What are you doing?
Yes, as this mic. There he goes. We saw you in the waiting room. We wanted to see why.
Oh, I don't know. I'm just hanging out.
You're in there by yourself, so I figured we'd bring him here and have a chat. How was your race?
It was great up until I had the strat where every caution or every time we pit or under caution, I would come back in 2 different times and get as much gas as possible, and it was going to work because I had right there at that last caution, I had 2 extra sets of tires.
Dang.
And coming to two to go, I had passed Matt, and I forgot to let him by before pitting. So then I got a penalty, so I had to come in the first lap under green. And then coming into the pits, then I spun.
Oh, no.
So not only did I have to sit there and wait for the passing under yellow, it was also unsafe pit entry. So.
Oh gosh.
But hey, I gained 2 extra spots after that. So.
All kinds of insult to injury there at the end, but you gained a couple spots.
Yeah, I feel like, and also even with that, I would have needed a caution after that last caution to be able to use those fresh tires. But Oh well, you live and you learn. So I had fun, so that's what all that matters.
That's the important part. As long as you had fun and you really didn't piss off too many people, you probably had a good night.
I'm surprised I did not piss a lot of people off tonight, because that's usually my niche. But you know.
I mean, I'm a broadcaster and I still piss people off somehow, so you know.
Oh yeah, well you on the league, so yeah.
I'm the man that keeps everyone down, apparently.
Absolutely.
Well, that's supposed to agree with me. Congrats on your 18th place run. You got your shout-outs for your 18th place run tonight?
Yeah, I want to thank Firelight Esports. They took me on last year, and I've really been working with them over there, trying to better my craft of driving. Also, thank you to Premier Racing Setups, Brez Coffee, Big Evil Designs, IMB Racewear. Want to thank all those, and definitely want to thank you and all the admins for everything that y'all put up with and putting this on. And I know it's not easy sometimes, but you know, we heart y'all. We're grateful for it.
Definitely not easy, because a lot of you drivers are just a real pain in the ass. You know that?
Oh, yeah, back in the day, I was probably the biggest pain in the league, but you know, you live and you learn.
I don't know. That's a bit of a stretch. There's a lot of pains.
Oh no.
You were bad, but there's a lot of pains.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, congrats on your 18th place run. You beat 10 trucks, so good for you. And hopefully you have a great night. Glad you had fun, and hopefully we'll see you back here soon.
Alrighty, see you.
Tyler Stillwell was sitting in the waiting room, and I figured, why not? Let's interview him. That's the danger you run by sitting in the waiting room sometimes. Let's look at our final results for tonight, and let's see how things played out. Of course, Scott Rankin, Lucas Hoytswick, Hartsman, Bechtel, we got the interviews with. Brad Wilson, Ian Montrose also picking up top fives. Wolfenbarger, Newton, Andrew Beach, Bryant, and Chris Wold, your top 10. Page number 2, we got Dalton Hayes, Daniel Llewellyn, Zach Martinson, Dave Hoytsman, Jake Lawrence, TJ Floyd, Gatlin Dowling, Tyler Stillwell, Cliff Mullins, and Matt Venke. And then the final page, a lot of drivers that ran into problems. No fast repairs here, so they have a lot of trucks out with damage. You have J.R. Deal, Blake Giglio, Cody Brown, Jay Munch, Jeff Price, Mike Edwards, Hayden Lowell, and Mike Fisher. And there's our 28 trucks that started the race tonight. Let's see if we can find somebody to fill in the gaps while we go find the points for you. I don't see anybody anymore in the chat. I have nobody to go talk to. Go over to the goons. Hey, everybody. Hi.
Woo!
Hello.
Oh.
All right, so you guys entertain everybody on the broadcast while I do the points, so everyone knows where everyone got in. Okay.
Okay, so I qualified for the playoffs, right?
So I didn't make playoffs.
No, you did not. I'm pretty sure.
Not at mixed starts.
Correct.
Fucking loser.
Damn.
I wrecked.
Oh, my bad. I was too busy getting beat by fucking Casey Graves.
Mm.
Well,
Just
for you,
fucking
that
ass
happens
handed to
often,
me.
don't it?
Dang,
Fucking ass handed to me.
you lost to Casey Graves in 2024.
Oof. I mean, a lot of people did.
A fast ass RC driver.
Hey, you say you're losing to him, but he ran 9 of these races, and he's 4th in points and made the playoffs, so.
Dude, I remember Casey Graves from Rigs of Rods and Monster Trucks in like 2012.
Dang. Sounds like me and Nick Ottinger. We used to play Call of Duty back in like 2008.
I knew Clampett from like 2011 too.
Nice.
I knew him when he was a little dickhead.
Now he's just a big dickhead? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll let him know.
Dickhead grew bigger.
You know what?
Wow.
People beat fucking Casey Graves for the CTC Cup playoffs, though.
Dang.
Dude, he choked. He couldn't even show up. He was scared.
Yeah, he's running RC cars.
How do you not time that schedule out?
It was just bad timing.
I don't think he cares all that much, to be honest.
To be honest, I'd do RC cars over CTC. Like, if it came down to Dega, I'm like, fuck no. I'm doing RC cars.
Frisbee Racing
I
Truck
do
Series.
CTC just because I'm better at it.
Fair enough.
That and RCs, I'm fucking terrible.
What's
We'd
that?
get into a corner, and I would be like, with the little controller in my hand, I'd definitely turn the wrong way.
Is that why you don't run Dominion?
So not anymore yet. Well, also the fact that it's probably like 6 hours away now.
It has nothing to do with it.
Yeah, nothing to do with it. Solely the fact that it's Dominion.
All right, points are done as long as these are not protested. We have.
Yeah, I'd like to protest them.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here, Scott.
Scott, he was 150 pounds lighter than the limit.
You need about 6 more starts, Scott, for your opinion to matter.
Oh.
Oh damn.
Wait a minute. This is your first start?
Yep,
Yeah, this is my
one
first
on
one.
debut.
God damn.
Wins on debut. All
Well, my rig has not been put together for the last 2 months.
right, Blake's outside of the top 12, so he knocks one out.
The truck is just.
I'm gonna mute them. Let's see. So Blake has a win outside the top in points, but has enough starts. So he knocks one of the top 12 out. So it's gonna be the top 11, which are Garrett Wolfenbarger, Brad Wilson, Lucas Hoitzma, Andrew Beach, Casey Graves, Cliff Mullins, TJ Floyd, Gatlin Downey, Zach Margison. Travis Martin stays in there despite not showing up tonight, so good for him. Dave Hoitzma gets in 11th spot. That is your final driver to make the playoffs, Dave Hoitzma. We'll bring these over here and show them off real quick. I can't really see the top of this, but there you go. Everybody, see these 34 and 38 don't matter. The 13 is Blake Giglio. He has enough starts to get in on that win, so it's then the top 11. Everybody, top 11. And Dave Hoitzma would be your cutoff. Matt Benke misses it by 20 points, so at least it wasn't soul-crushingly 1 point or something. There you go. Those are your playoff drivers. Congrats to everybody. Moving on to the playoffs in 2 weeks' time. We'll get the banners out probably sometime next week during the off-season. And yeah, hope you guys have a great, wonderful rest of your night. Thanks so much for being here. And we'll see you tomorrow for all of Friday's festivities. 3 races coming at you tomorrow. Thank you so much for being here, and we'll see you then. That wraps up things over on the YouTube. Now we're back to Twitch. We can get the music on, hang out. I think we're going to do some officials with Cliff if he's still up for that.